if my background and appearance look similar, it is because I just filmed my IVF announcement video. So this is going to be the first vlog in the IVF series. This is going to be kind of like my prep week for IVF. I'm getting my acupuncture done today, and today is the third appointment, and the appointment she was looking forward to know the results of the last IUI that we did. This is kind of like our determining factor on which way we go, because she said that she can definitely be a lot more aggressive with the needles, like in my lower abdomen, to try to like send as much blood flow down there as possible. So I'm going to be talking to her today about the potential endometriosis diagnosis. I'm going to be talking to her about going on this IVF journey, because this is definitely something that I've heard can help with IVF as well throughout the process, is acupuncture. So we got a lot to talk about today, a lot to cover. Yeah, this is gonna be my first vlog prepping for IVF. So welcome to the vlog. So I just got a package in the mail. I ordered it from Amazon, but it comes from a different company, and I wanted to unbox it with you. It's a little premature, but I think this is just gonna help me in like kind of dealing with this whole situation. I feel like it's gonna help me just to feel better prepared, and when I feel prepared, I don't feel anxious. So this is the IVF kit from My Vitro. I got the one with like the tackle box setup, not the one that hangs over a door. I just prefer one that I can kind of like move if I need to. This is supposed to be a literal set of like the essentials that you'll need for IVF, and like all the drugs that you need for IVF, for storage and everything else. So this makes me feel like a little bit closer, like it's getting a little bit more real. I mean, we're still yet to go on our consultation, so we still have quite a bit of ways, but I've heard that when the process starts, it just kind of like takes off. So I just want to like be as prepared as I can. Like I said, when I feel prepared, I don't feel anxious. So this is the first thing on top. I didn't anticipate this to be hard, but I'm glad that it is. This is a prep station basically. So this is supposed to be like a sanitary spot that you only bring out whenever you're prepping your injections and everything like that. It just kind of gives it a good place to like put everything that you're going to be using for that moment, and then kind of like take it away whenever you're not using it. And then it looks like on the back there's a calendar clear pocket back here. So if you have like a calendar that you print out or something for your IVF timeline, you can put it back here in this little pocket, which is kind of cool. I like that. Hot and cold packs. So these are good for either freezing or warming up in the microwave. I've heard that freezing is really good for the stomach injections, and the warm pack is good for the PIO injections, which is for the transfer. We'll get to this in a second. It also came with a traveling case. So this is in case you obviously gonna be traveling and you wanna take your injections with you. I don't think we're gonna be going anywhere, because for the full month that we're gonna be doing IVF, I'm basically like canceling all plans, but it's nice that it has like a little travel case, so you can put like your medicines down here, your needles here, just something else to have just in case needed. And this was purchased. This was not gifted, by the way. I just wanted to say that. It also came with this really cute IVF got this, and on the back it says, "My body is strong and capable," with a little pineapple. The pineapple is a symbol of, I think, infertility, or maybe just IVF, I'm not sure, but the pineapple is supposed to go along with the fertility journey. And then this is the fridge box. So a lot of the medications that I'm gonna have are going to need to be refrigerated. So this is just a safe place to store them. It comes with a lid so that you can put, you know, things on top of it so it doesn't take up too much room in the refrigerator, but still is nice and safe and secure. I love this. I'm definitely gonna be using it. And then the last thing is, of course, if you hear children, they are playing video games in Tristan's room. And this is basically a tackle box, but it is for all of the different kind of medications that I'm going to be needing. It has all these different layers and interchangeable sectionings that you can put in, just whatever suits you best. I've seen a lot of women put the needles down here at the bottom because there are a lot, or not needles, but the syringes go in the bottom, and then like the medications will go at the top and the needles can go at the top, but it's just something to help me get everything organized so that whenever the injections start, I can just like pull what I need, set it up on my prep station, you know, just have everything kind of laid out and ready so that I'm not freaking out whenever I need to do the injections, because they are strictly on a timed basis is what I've understood. Yeah, I love it. I'm really excited. I'm glad that I went ahead and got it. I was looking at it and it's been in my Amazon cart ever since we decided to do this, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and get it and have it. That way I can feel prepared and comfortable and not like, I don't know, freaking out about anything. If you're not new to my channel, you'll know I am a 15 steps ahead kind of gal, and this kind of thing just makes me feel more at ease with this whole process. I did get a few other things to just better prepare for this process. One of those things is this IVF planner. I don't think that this is like a true like medicine planner or like a shots planner or anything like that. This looks more like something to just help you get through the IVF journey. So like just documenting it. It's got a lot of places for like, how do I feel today, and just kind of like a literal journal through this journey. And then it also has like this one, for example, daily plan of things that make me happy. So it's got like a little calendar of things that you can make me happy. It is just supposed to be a positivity planner, and the reviews on this were a little mixed. Some people love it and some people were like, this is not what I was expecting. But for me, I'm just hoping it can help me get through this process and just kind of like keep my, you know, my wits about me. So if it helps with that, it'll be a good buy. Okay, so this is a box full of like foam rollers and muscle rollers. This I've been needing to have in the house in general because my chiropractor says that I would do really good for these type of things, to just be able to like roll out the muscle tensions. But also when I do start the PIO shots, I've heard that they can make your muscles really sore in your backside and like really hurt. So I'm hopefully going to be using the roller a little bit to try to like calm it down and to like massage the medicine through the muscle, because it is an intramuscular shot that's gonna be given. Kind of my thoughts about it, at least, and if not, I mean, I can always just use it for what my chiro said, which is basically just like rolling out your muscles. And the last thing, this one I will admit is a little extra. Okay, this is a little extra purchase, but I just wanted to get it so that I could just kind of play around with it and get more comfortable with the bigger needle shots. I got this. It's supposed to be like a training product. I don't know, I found it on Amazon, but it's got the different layers of like the muscle tissue and what it feels like whenever you go to inject it. You're supposed to, I think, put it on your arm so that people in the medical field can like practice putting an IV in. I think that's what it's made for. It's got like a strap and everything so you can put it on your arm. I've just been kind of like playing with it today and putting it on like my side, my hip, where the PIO injections are gonna be. But I have my drawing needle from my trigger shot, which is I think about the size that the shots are going to be for the progesterone and oil, and I have just been kind of like practicing like what it's gonna feel like. It does not feel good. It does not feel good at all. There is a lot of resistance. There's a lot of like, I don't know, it just feels like it's going in a lot. So I got this primarily just to get myself more comfortable with these kind of shots. I feel like I feel comfortable with the small needles, and I don't feel as like freaked out about it with the smaller needles. I am gonna have to take a lot of those in my stomach, but I don't feel like as freaked out about those as I do the big needle that I'm gonna have to take whenever transfer comes around. So this literally is just to help me like hold the shot in my hand, get comfortable with like this size of a needle, and get comfortable just poking it through this kind of like tissue. A little extra, but I am trying to do everything in my power to make myself feel more confident and more comfortable and as less anxiety as possible. And I'm excited. I'm not nervous. I mean, I am nervous, but I'm more excited than I am nervous. I also wanted to take a minute to thank today's sponsor of the video, and that is FabFitFun. They reached out to me and asked if I would like to partner with them, and I have always seen these subscription boxes and have wanted to be a part of it, so I was super excited to finally get to try them. So today we are going to be unboxing my very first FabFitFun box. I did get to customize the items in the box. It is a monthly subscription service that you can subscribe to. You get full-size products, and like I said, you get to customize what comes in the box. So let's get into it. So as you know, going through this journey. Everything right now is going to be very cozy, very peaceful, and this season's box is absolutely perfect for that because it is all about cozy. So when I picked the items in here, I was definitely thinking cozy in mind. So let's see what we got. So this is for the fall 2024 FabFitFun seasonal box. So in the box, this is such a cute box. I'm so excited. Ooh, right on top, we're off to a great start. So I chose this really fuzzy, cozy blanket. This is a Sunday Citizen Feel the Love, Love the Feeling cozy throw blanket. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's so soft. I'm not gonna take it out, but this is like the perfect start of the cozy box. I love throw blankets. This is definitely gonna be either on my bed or out here on the couch because as you can see, I love throws. This is next. This is Dream Cream Nighttime Moisturizer from One Kind. Instantly soothes, hydrates, and enhances skin tone for glowing skin. In the AM, PM, it feels like a dream. So this is a neck and face cream. Let's see. Ooh, I did pick out some really cute jewelry. So let's see. I think this is probably one. This is from the brand Ellie Veil. I think these are the earrings. Yes, I got some bigger gold hoops. I love these. As you can tell, I do love a good gold hoop. Oh, perfect. Another little jewelry item. This is from the brand Marilyn Schiff, I think is how you say it. And it is a gold ring. This is a custom sized ring, so it adjusts to your finger. And when I saw it, I just thought it was really cute. And I thought if I'm gonna get a cute little pair of earrings, this would pair perfectly with them. But it's opened on the back, so you can see it's got like an open back. And then you just place it on whichever finger and you bend it to size to that finger. Oh, it's so cute. I love it. I'm gonna keep it on for the rest of the video. Next is, oh yay, I got it. I'm so excited for this. This is a recovery neck and shoulder wrap from the brand Woven. You heat this up in the microwave and then it is like a heating wrap. And I specifically am looking forward to this because I don't know if you guys are like me, but I have constantly had neck problems and I've been looking for a good solid neck wrap. Oh my gosh, and it's fuzzy on the inside too. So basically it's got beads inside of it, if you can hear it. So you put it in the microwave, you warm it up, and then you put it around as a wrap. Oh yeah, and then it will warm your neck and like soothe everything down. Oh man, I'm excited. Ooh, this season is about to be so cozy. And then last but not least in the box is this Radley London. I think this is the jewelry case. Let me see. Oh yes, look at this jewelry box. I love it so much. So I figured with the few pieces that I got, this would be a perfect addition to my jewelry collection. It's got a great spot for your necklaces to hang where they won't get tangled. It's got something for your rings to be sorted and then a general like bracelets area for them to sit here. So that was my personalized fall FabFitFun box. Like I said, this is a seasonal subscription or an annual subscription box service. You customize the items that you get in your box. I will leave all of that information in the link down below if you're interested in trying it out for yourself. Thank you again, FabFitFun, for sponsoring today's video. Well, hello. It has been several days since I have last vlogged. I sound like I just woke up because I just finished acupuncture, and today we did a lot of neck work because I've been having a lot of neck pain, and we actually tried cupping today for the first time, and then she put acupuncture points in my neck and back with the TENS unit on it. Everything just kind of like drained to the front with my face being down in a little circular pillow, but it was so amazing. I am just picking up the vlog every once in a while. I'm not vlogging every day. I am taking my time and just kind of letting myself settle. I had my therapy appointment earlier and that was great. So I'm trying to set up all of these different resources for my mind, for my body, so that I can just be so like relaxed and in the best state possible mentally and physically whenever we start this journey, that we have the best chance for the positive outcome. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to set it up to be the best case scenario. I'm getting ready to get in the shower, but look at my back from the cupping today. Do you see that? I knew I was gonna bruise, and I asked her, I was like, listen, I was like, I am a redhead. Like, I don't look like it when I'm here, but when I'm in the sun, I am a redhead. And apparently there's like something with like bruising easy as a redhead or something. I don't know. I take more anesthesia. I have to have more numbing cream. Like, I don't know. My body's just an interesting thing. But I was not anticipating that level. Oh my gosh, especially on the left. The left looks so bad. But she said that bruising is normal with cupping. It was kind of expected. It's my first time, so I was like, what the heck? Well, hello, lovely. We are just getting back from our IVF consultation. It went really good. I love my doctor. He makes me feel like confident to go through this whole process. The one thing is that he's leaving at the end of September. So the retrieval will be with him, but if we stay with RMA, transfer won't be with him. And he was talking about like my cervix and basically saying like, you know, I do have a difficult cervix to get through and like maneuver. He said that it's not something that he thinks can't be done. It's just a matter of if I can withstand the pain, basically. He did say that my PCOS diagnosis, I have a lot of eggs, and so I'm going to produce a lot of eggs on the stems, and so I'm going to be very uncomfortable is what he was telling me, that I'll probably be one of the women who like waddle in the last little bit there whenever the eggs get so big and after the retrieval, just because of how many eggs he's predicting that we're gonna get. I was like, oh, this is all sounding like so much fun. He's like, I'm sorry, I just want to be like truthful with you. And I was like, no, I appreciate it. Because I love like being able to be real about this and not going in with expectations like this is going to be like rainbows and sunshine. Like this is going to be a difficult procedure, difficult process, but like if we want to do it, we can do it. It is doable. But yeah, I think we're willing to move forward with it. I kind of told him that we were wanting to get everything done within this year because of insurance purposes, but he really couldn't tell me like, oh no, for sure we can do it this year or not. I don't even know the doctors that are coming. I mean, they told us a name, but like they're coming from New Jersey because RMA, I think, originated in New Jersey. Like that's where their headquarters are. So the new doctors are coming from there, and they're going to be like flying in and like rotating when they come to do like retrievals and transfers and things like that. So I don't even know what doctor it would be potentially to be doing the transfer if we did a transfer with them this year. Just trying to keep all of that in mind and stay grounded and stay like, okay, we got this, but it's just a lot. And then to know like, not only is it like needles and, you know, like I feel like I've kind of conquered my phobia now and like I'm not like I used to be with needles, but to know that not only am I going to be sticking myself with needles, but I'm also going to be very uncomfortable. It's just like, just another thing that I'm like, okay, all right, just let's keep this in mind. Let's just keep this in mind. But the good thing is that it happens all in 1 month. It's, you know, you do your stems, you do the retrieval, and then your body kind of comes back down to baseline and like kind of normals out. So I'm keeping that in mind. I'm trying to like focus on that positive. I'm trying to take it like step by step by step rather than trying to find the whole timeline right now, just because so much is still very much up in the air and unknown. So for now, birth control when I start my period, and stem shots soon after that. And then soon after that, retrieval. Good morning. It is more like afternoon. I have just been working since coming back home, but if you recognized the routine, we are officially back in school season. Tristan is on his second week of school. I actually didn't really vlog much last week other than the IVF consultation, but it has been full back to school mode over here. So I am just kind of back on the grind with him. It's exciting. It's a new school year, but he's at the same school. He's got like the same friends, and so it's off to a really good start for him, and I hope it stays wonderful. I started vlogging yesterday because I got my acupuncture done yesterday and I got interrupted so I couldn't finish, but I showed you my back yesterday because we did a little bit of cupping. Basically, my acupuncturist was saying like she wants to do all of the intense therapies right now before like going into IVF, and so we did more cupping, and I think next time she's actually going to do some ear seating with me, which is where you do like pressure points to calm and relax yourself whenever you're like feeling anxious. They kind of just stay in your ear. I think they stay for like a week or so. I think what I want want to start doing is slowly start incorporating more IVF prep now before starting all of it, even before starting my birth control. I'm just trying to take all these steps to go through this as seamless and as safe as possible. I did want to share something that I purchased in preparation for all of this. You have probably already seen my IVF kit, which I shared with you before. I'm going to be setting that up here soon, just kind of as part of like my prep, just to get familiar with seeing it in the bathroom and like in that setting and not have like those anxious nerves. I feel like when I'm slowly introduced to something, I tend to just like cope better with it. So I just want to see it more and just like, I don't know, for me it's like gonna be no big deal at that point. Like if right now like it's just in my bathroom and I know it's full of needles, like it's going to give me like a little bit of anxiety, but just putting it in its place and maybe like setting up the sections and like putting the alcohol pads that I already have just in its spot, you know, just kind of like slowly prepping it, just because now we are like, I think 2 weeks away. So I'm just trying to be as prepared as possible. That it's just me being as prepared as possible, just as type A as can be. But I showed you this already, which is the IVF positive planner. I haven't really done anything with this. I think this is more to check in as you go, like how you're feeling and like when you've actually started the process. So haven't really done much of that, but I do have it for our IVF journey. The other thing that I got is the IVF meal plan book. I actually really like a lot of the ingredients and the recipes in here. It's a 4-week diet for your IVF retrieval, and so far I haven't really done it because we're not up to the retrieval point yet, but I've started cutting back on a few things like carbs. I'm trying to cut back on like refined sugars, so like candies, chocolates, things like that. I'm trying to really cut back on. If you know me, you know I love my macaroons and I love my little like shortbread cookies that I dip with my tea. So I'm trying to really just be mindful of all of those things because I do have the PCOS diagnosis and the endometriosis somewhat diagnosis, so both of those are inflammatory, and so I'm trying to just like really watch what I do right now so that I'm not all inflamed whenever we do this. So this has been really cool. I'm definitely going to try to dig into this more. And then the last thing I got, this is the one I'm most excited about because I feel like this is really going to help me in romanticizing this entire process, which is going to be difficult as heck, but I'm going to try to romanticize is the only word I can think of to like properly fit what I'm trying to do. But basically just kind of like lessen the blow and like the intensity of this process and make it more of like a beautiful thing and more of like a, I don't know, more of a happy memory rather than like, oh, that was a traumatic time. You know what I mean? I want to be able to look back and be like, wow, like, yeah, that was really difficult, but like I did that and like look where I am today, which will hopefully be with a baby in my arms. So to help with that, I got this IVF journal. So this is literally my IVF journey. I wanted a physical book, somewhat like a baby book where you put a bunch of baby pictures and things like that. I wanted that for my IVF journey, again, to try to romanticize it as much as possible. I want to be able to remember this time as a good time and not as like a traumatic, terrible chaos time, because it is going to be crazy and it is going to be a lot, and I just want to be able to just step through it with grace and not panic. So like I mentioned, I want to put the storage organizer in here and just kind of like see it and just have it out so I'm not like intimidated by it whenever it comes time to do all of this stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and like kind of just set it up a little bit and put it in the spot that I think it's going to work out best. I'm gonna go behind on the counter like this so that I always have it ready and available. Of course, the box itself is gonna go just there. So what's going to be up here is pretty much just this, just the box and the prep station. But I think it's gonna work out perfectly because how I envision this working is that I have my whole kit, right? And I'll be able to open it like this, and then I'll be able to take my prep station and put it right here on this like ledge where I can literally access everything that I'm gonna need and still be able to use this base just to quickly grab and then close it up and then put everything that I'm going to be using right here on this. I already have these alcohol prep pads that came with my last trigger shot. So I think I might put them up here just for now, just to like put it somewhat together. So I think we're gonna leave it out, leave it here so that I can just kind of get familiar with it, get comfortable with it. Yeah, and just kind of have it. I think I told you earlier I went to see my acupuncturist yesterday and she decided to do cupping on my back again so we can do like all of the harder activities before we start IVF. Look at my back. I am pretty sore today, to say the least. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it, but I am sore. I'm like getting a tension headache because this one right here, which I know my shoulders are kind of like trouble areas. That's where I like hold all of my tension. Every single massage therapist, every single person that has ever like worked on my neck, chiropractor, everybody, they're like, you carry your stress right here. And I absolutely do. But I think the cupping is really helping. I'm seeing a lot of the inflammation kind of go down. Normally my neck is like really, really tight around my traps and like up here. So I feel like it pulls everything up, but then it's able to like settle back down. So I'm a day after and I just need it to like settle already because I'm like fighting a headache, and I think it's because of the cupping. It is still very good, and it's good obviously to do this before going into IVF. The IVF process itself is such a like strenuous process. I don't want to put my body through any other kind of stress other than like the shots and things like that that I am gonna have to do for the process. I don't want to like cup and do shots and, you know, all the other things. So this is definitely what's necessary. But I think I like having my vitro shot station set up. Even Manny came home and he was like, oh, you have your shot set up? And I was like, yeah, like I'm trying to, you know, try to just get used to it, to seeing it here and like not have it as intimidating whenever it comes out, because then I'll know like, oh, it's time. And he's like, oh, that's a good idea. So I do like it, and I'm hoping that I can kind of like trick my brain into not getting so like worked up with the shots, because I feel like, I don't know, if you are not new to my channel, you'll know that your girl has like a serious phobia, or had a serious phobia of needles. And the fact that I have done not one, but 2 injections on myself is like a huge feat for me. I feel like it's so easy to get so like complacent and like not value what we put ourselves through. Like we just think like, oh, well, I just have to do this and I just have to do it because it has to get done. But that's the reason that I bought that journal, the IVF journal, because without my vlogs, it would be really difficult for me to be able to look back on even just the 2 IUIs that I've already done and the full 5 years of trying to conceive that we've already been through. Like literally, if I didn't have my vlogs, and I know a lot of them are privated now, but even still, just for me to go back and look at them, I wouldn't remember all of that. You know, like that's 5 years of stuff. Like that's a lot of information. So first and foremost, I love my vlogs. And secondly, I really think the IVF planner that I got is going to be a great way to just like force myself to hold space for this time, because it's such, it's just such a, I want to say special, but like it's a weird special, like, and I can't even describe it, because like I feel I'm terrified, but at the same time I feel so excited for the potential future that might happen. I feel like it's easy to overthink a lot too, especially in the spring. So the fact that I have a planner that kind of is like helping me and is going to help me through this whole process, I'm extremely grateful for. Although, like my therapist says, I am not the same person I was a year ago, a month ago, 10 months ago. We evolve and we change every day. So I'm trying to keep that in mind going through this process too. Like, I'm not the same person who was like terrified of a needle.